Comes, Angeles, we are hearing from Donald Trump in a way we have not yet heard from him before. Okay, this is an interview with a reporter who's writing a biography about Trump. Let me just play a portion here of what Trump had to say in this interview. Here he is.
I was a very rebellious kind of person. I don't like to talk about it, actually, but I was a very rebellious person and very set in my ways. And
in 8th grade?
I love to fight. I always love to fight.
Physical fights?
Yeah, all kinds of fights. Physical,
arguments?
All types of fights. Any kind of fight, I loved it, including physical.
There's an introspective tone. Now, he's doing an interview with a biographer, but even so, you know, we don't really ever hear Donald Trump. I mean, just the sort of the tone in his voice. Yeah. You know, how significant is that?
I don't think it's very significant because this doesn't surprise me. Donald Trump has always come across to me throughout this campaign as someone who was bullied and felt at some point like he needed to turn the corner and become the bully. There are some folks who experience bullying in their lives.
So that's what you hear.
And yeah, I mean, it sounds like he's someone who is taking this opportunity to get everybody back that ever did him wrong. He treats this election cycle and this season like it's rigged against him if it doesn't go in his favor. This isn't surprising at all. When we get back to this whole media question, right, this is a guy who benefited from $2.1 billion in earned media coverage. You think all the Clinton news coverage was positive? I'm sorry, emails, WikiLeaks, the State Department, Benghazi. It's not been all roses for Hillary Clinton.
What do you hear in that?
But to the point, he is a fighter, and he is pretty much his base is a bully. He's a bully for those that have been bullied.
He's a bully. He's a bully. He's a bully. He's a bully.
Those that are sitting there attending his rallies right now are those who feel like the Republican Party has ignored them for the last 4 years, or even government ignored them. So he is kind of speaking on behalf of all of those that have been run over for the past 4 years with the status quo. As for the media, don't underestimate the power of social media. We did that with talk radio. And let's remember, Rush Limbaugh was basically born because the Clintons were put into office the first time. That continued to grow into success. The reason in 2010 why the House Republicans and the Senate were taken by the Republicans was because of talk radio. That's the new revolution I think you're seeing with social media. People are going to be looking for an alternative source. And I think we're going to have to assess, you know, is there some justification for this feeling that the media has been biased against Donald Trump?
Sure, but if all you're reading on Facebook is that the polls are skewed and the polls are misleading and the polls are wrong, then you're going to be in for a rude awakening on Election Day. And that's going to be a problem because people are going to come away trusting the media even less if all they believe are skewed biased sources.
Ryan, to your point, you also have an issue where you're bullying someone. Someone's at the receiving end of that. There have been Mexicans, there have been black people, there have been other people of color.
Conservatives have been bullied for the last 4 years.
I disagree with that, but that's what you call victim blaming.
Well, we can all be
anti-bullying.
anti-bullying.
Absolutely.
There you go.
That's my point. Absolutely.